And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Good job.
Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
A 33-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an event.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Brings up third down.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Williams. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And hauling it in, Nelson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. They go play action here on first down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run. Martin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down by Bashan. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
I know coaches tell us all the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. On first down, it's Martin. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Carr. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that'll make it 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
The tackle made by Benson Mayowa.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll run on first down. Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
48-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up second.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Williams. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Jones on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
You see me? That
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach, I'd always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete to Sterling. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 31, Carr.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
The passer defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes, man open. That's Byron Pringle complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Chiefs.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Hyde. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr completes it, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score, Chiefs 55.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. One-possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Martin, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Kansas City, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.